So I'm trying to differentiate the following function. Cosine of x times sine of x. So what I'm going to do, maybe I should write d dx here. Okay. Your first instinct when we're trying to differentiate this function might be to use the product rule. But there's actually an easier thing that we can do. What we can do is we can remember our trig identities. So here's a trig identity that you might remember from trigonometry, or you might need to go look it up. Sine of 2x is equal to 2 sine of x cosine of x. Right here. This is called a double angle identity, because if you have like the angle here is x, you're talking about the sort of double of the angle, I guess. So and what you'll notice is that what's on the right side here is just exactly the same, right, as what we have with the function that we want to differentiate. So we can just sort of well, we can multiply by 2 over 2, right? And we have 1/2 d dx of, 2. I'll switch the sine and the cosine just because I like to have signs come first. I don't know why. It seems like when we always teach about trig functions, we always learn about sine first. So, and now this is the same as just sine of 2x. So we have 1/2 d dx of sine of 2x. And now we can use the chain rule. Maybe I'll move this guy down to the bottom. We can use the chain rule now, and at the end, the derivative of the outside is cosine evaluated at the inside, and then derivative of the inside is just 2, and then what we'll have here is a 1/2 times 2 cosine x, or cosine 2x, and we're going to be left with cosine of 2x. And so this, just in case you were wondering, is indeed the correct derivative. So maybe what I'll do now is I can do it out with the product rule, and you'll see that we get the same thing. So maybe let's do this out in blue. So if I take the derivative of sine times cosine, that's cosine times cosine, that's cosine squared of x. If I take, and then I need to add the derivative of cosine times sine. So the derivative of cosine times derivative of cosine is minus sine of x times sine of x gets minus sine squared of x. So we'll get cosine squared of x minus sine squared of x. And if you know your trig identities, what you'll know is that there's the identity for cosine of 2x is exactly cosine squared of x minus sine squared of x. So this right here is exactly that. And maybe I'll draw a big equal sign there. And so we're ending up with the exact same answer. So it all works out just right.